Hey, I'm Stevie T, and this is my first guitar. I got it back in 2003? I was just shy of 16 years old, and I bought this baby with my own money. 150 bucks this cost me. And you know what? To this day, it actually kind of sounds like balls. The pickups are cheap magnetic pieces of poopy. The accessories and the tuning knobs are cheaply made, so it never stays in tune. But you know what? This was a fantastic beginner guitar. Sounded like Scrodigulars, but it was my first guitar. And the reason I'm doing a video today is because probably the most common question I'm asked from people is, what is a good beginner guitar? Because let me tell you, back 20 years ago, there were no options for beginner guitars. This was it. Just regular, no-name, crappy guitars, or like Nova guitars you'd find in Sears catalogs. And I mean, for a young person wanting to start guitar, this might be a little bit overwhelming. It's big, first of all, and it's got 6 strings, but luckily, these days, there's a lot more options for beginner guitarists. And I think I found the one. Okay, here we go. Here's the grand unveiling. Oh, it's really small, really small. Oh. Get out. What? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Loog Pro. Loog is a guitar company that makes guitars specifically for beginner guitarists. They're made much smaller, obviously, and perhaps the most obvious feature is it only has 3 strings. Why does it have 3 strings? Well, 3 strings is a much easier entry point into guitar than a full 6 string. And it's not all that different from an actual guitar. This is just the top 3 strings of a regular 6-string guitar. G, B, and E. All you're missing is the E, A, and D strings, which a beginner guitarist does not need all those strings. So I thought today we would put the Loog through a series of tests. I'm gonna play a bunch of different guitar techniques and see how the Loog holds up. See if it can achieve my Stevie T seal of approval. It's so comfortable to play, I don't even understand. I think I might be a beginner guitarist. Alright, so first test we're gonna put the Loog through. Can it tap? Alright, well, what do you say we try some 8-finger tapping? Alright, so can the Loog tap? You bet. Alright, next test. Can the Loog play chords? A lot of you may be wondering, how are you supposed to play chords on a 3-string guitar? Well, the fact of the matter is, most guitar chords are comprised of no more than 3 notes. So for example, if we play a G chord, there's only 3 notes in there. G, B, and D. So in theory, you could take these chords, G, C, D, and we could do that on the Loog. We just play the same chords, ignoring the low 3 strings. G, C, D, G, C, D. Can't you see? G, C, D. Please say, what do I need? Oh God, don't take these delicious cookies that I baked. G, C, D, G, C, D. Check out my knee. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, not a trace. I'm having troubles trying to sleep. No, let's forget thoughts in my mind. On my own, here we go. All right, so can the Loog play chords? Pratutski. You know what I forgot to test out? G, C, D. I'm Stevie T. G, C, D. This is catchy, catchy, catchy. I actually find the string, like the fret spacing, very comfortable for some reason. All right, the next test. Can the Loog riff? So a lot of riffs I had to transpose to the higher strings because obviously we don't have the low strings. So it sounds higher, obviously. But it still works. All right, so can the Loog riff? Kapoda! All right, this next test is a tough one. Can the Loog sweep pick? It's very weird for me because it's like there's not much body for me to rest my arm on, so I'm just kind of like dangling over the edge like... Well, I'm exaggerating, obviously, but... So it just makes it a little bit harder for me. All right, so can the Loog sweep pick? You know, I know what you guys are thinking. It's only got 3 strings. A 20 string surely can gent. But can a 3-string gent? I'll play a note so low you'll crap your pants! verdict, I freaking love this thing. It looks cool. The maple neck feels so smooth and buttery. I could play this thing all day. The pickup sounds very clean and it's very responsive. The hardware feels amazing and the guitar has stayed in tune after all my shredding on it. So, my God, Loog, you guys nailed this one. You knocked it out of the park. If you're looking for a beginner guitar for your kid or even for yourself, I'm telling you, there is no better option, and this is at about the same price point as my first guitar, and this is way better in every way. So if you want to get your own Loog, follow my link in the description and use my promo code Terreberry at checkout to get 10% off your own Loog. Now, I will be making a commission from the sales, just full disclosure, but I am not sponsored by Loog. However, I do want my own signature model. I want a 7-string in this size. And before you guys go, G, C, D, subscribe to me! G, C, D, I'm going for 4 million subs. G, C, D, you didn't subscribe yet?